But I am able to oh, look at that. Oh, wow. I can just about zero it in. That's incredible. I think the only thing left to do is just kiss it. There we go. Ever since I added this BAKflip topper to the bed of the F350, I ended up with a problem I didn't expect. I can't see where to line the fifth wheel pin up into the fifth wheel hitch. And it's one of these things where it takes it doesn't matter how well I line it up, I can't see where I'm going. So I have to pull up, back up, pull up, back up. Sometimes I can hit it in the first try. Most times it takes 5, 6 times before I can center that pin, because I'm guessing. I have absolutely zero visibility. Here, I'll show you what I'm dealing with. You can see the height here, and as you look here, looking out of the bed, and I have the distance of this topper that's located here. It's just, I have a complete blind spot all the way out to probably about right here. I have absolutely zero visibility of that pin. The pin will get to right about here, and then I can no longer see where that pin goes. And then as I try to line it up with the jaws of the fifth wheel, I don't have a clue where I'm going. That's absolutely a better angle. So I'll show you what I'm going to do to remedy this. I think this is going to be a pretty simple solution. I've ordered another camera. This is one of the BT cameras, Bite Tango cameras. Let me mention this, that you will need to match camera to monitor. They sell RD systems. You'll see those on the website. You'll see BT systems. The BT systems are your longer range wireless, and RDs do not work with a BT or vice versa. So this is a BT camera. They come pre-configured to mount, as you saw earlier in this video, to mount directly onto the back of your fifth wheel or camper or motorhome. But you can buy a number of adapter plates where there's just 4 little screws. You see these little screws, a little silver screw there, two little silver screws, top and bottom. And they sell a wide range of adapters that you can use for these, off-book projects that you might be looking to add a camera for. Now, this is a license plate bracket, and I actually had an RD camera that I'm not using any longer because of the system, the incompatibility with the system. And I took this license plate bracket. They make similar brackets to this, not this one exactly that you can buy. I am going to contact Haloview and ask them if they can start selling these on the website, because I still think there's a great application of being able to use this camera with those who just want to hook it up to their license plate. But I'm going to use this license plate adapter. 4 screws, very simple to put it on. And then I drilled 2 little holes here that are going to match the license plate bracket. And I'm going to use just a couple aluminum pop rivets just to set this in. This is thin aluminum. This metal here is very, very thin. These cameras weigh hardly anything at all, grams really, very simple. And then I've already run the wiring for this, and I'll flip this lid up once I get the install, and I'll show you what I did for wiring. Really, really simple to put this on, and then we'll pair it to the monitor, and we'll see how it's going to work backing this thing up now up to the pin. I think it's going to work pretty good. It's going to be pretty simple install, little aluminum pop rivet, and I am going to put just a slightly oversized washer on these so that I don't have to worry about pull out or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and put this first one in. I'm going to kind of get it started, and then I'll finish the other one and then come back and get this one, just kind of hold this in place. Keep it from sliding out, then I'll pull it up tight. It helps to have a second pair of hands, but I don't have those today. There we go. And if you've never used a pop rivet tool, they're really inexpensive. You can get them Amazon, big box stores, just about everywhere. and you just keep squeezing it until it does this, hence the pop rivet. And there we go. Now, I can assure you this is going nowhere. It is really in there. Now, I've got plenty of adjustment in the camera here. I don't have to, I'll set it up exactly the way I need it. It's probably either here or here. This is a wide angle view, so when we see it on the monitor, once we get it paired up, we're probably going to see the entire bed and probably then some. So I think that's going to be interesting. And also in the kit here, this is important, we want to put the antenna on. So we'll go ahead and add the antenna. The antenna, it also comes with wiring and extra mounting screws and those types of things, which we didn't need since we're using the pop rivet. Again, when you put the antenna on, finger tight. Now, the instructions say to take your antenna and put it vertically like that, but I am so close. I mean, I'm what, 6 feet, 7 feet from the monitor. I'm going to leave this antenna turned sideways. I don't think it's going to be any issue with that whatsoever. And I think we'll be able to pick it up fine. So, all right, let me show you how I've got this wired in. This is where I wired the system in. It's pretty simple. This is like some number 14 stranded wire you see over there. Drilled a hole in the bed and put one of those rubber grommets to protect it, and then I took it down the side of the bed and over where my fifth wheel fenders are. I just tied the wire into a set of the marker lights. This is a 12-volt system, it's no problem. And then if you'll notice up here on the top, you'll see some red wires. I've got a inline fuse, and then I'll show you what I'm going to be doing here to finish this off. Okay, this is the wiring that comes with the system, and there's only one way to put it in. It's got like a key that goes into it, and you twist and lock it. And it's weatherproof. But I do have a trigger wire here. I talked about the trigger wire earlier that I don't want to be able to use. So what I'm going to do to kind of make this stay and not flop around, I'm going to leave this a little bit of slack in here just so that I don't have to worry about it catching on anything. And I'm going to leave it loose down here so I can move my top around. This is that Gorilla Tape. It's similar to a Turnabond. I will mention this to you. Wherever you want to put it, make sure that's where you want it, because once it hits that surface, it is incredibly sticky. So this is going to do two things for me. One, it's going to hold my wiring in place, and two, it's going to kind of give me some weatherproofing here. And I'm just going to kind of rub this on here. You know, I'm not worrying about it being too pretty, anything like that. It's more just holding everything in place and sealing it. And once you put this on, you can pull it off. I mean, it's not like it's permanent forever, but wow, is it sticky and gooey. And if you do want to clean it up, get you something like some starter fluid or something like that you can get in a spray can, and you can kind of spray that on a rag and wipe it off, and it'll cut the glue off of it. So just be careful what you put it on, because it is on there kind of forever. Okay, so again, you can see my little connections. These are all heat shrink style connections, so they're all weatherproof. And I want to leave this loose here, that if a fuse did blow, I can get to my inline fuse here without any trouble. People saying, oh my goodness, you're putting it on top of this tank. Look, it's all sealed. I'm not worried about any sparks or anything like that. We're going to be fine, and it's not going to hurt any problems whatsoever. And I need that movement in this top going up and down. I think we'll be fine. Okay, let's get this paired to the main monitor, and you'll see how this will go down. Pull that forward a little bit. Boom, there we go, ready to go. Okay, let's turn the monitor on. I have the power turned on to the backup camera on the fifth wheel. That's channel 4. You'll see right there, you'll see the channel 4. And that's a great picture of the top of my garage, my workshop. And you'll notice maybe in the video there might be the slightest amount of flicker. That is not in this monitor. That is the sync, that the scan rate of the GoPro in this monitor. So it's only in the video. It is not in the monitor. I have a very, very clear signal. Okay, so my next step, I'm going to hit the S button on the Haloview monitor, and I'm going to put this on channel 1. I'm going to hit my M. I'm going to hit the plus and go to pairing. I'm going to hit the return, and I've got 50 seconds to get this paired. And I had to turn the power off, turn it back on after pairing, and there we have it. You see the picture now of the back of the hitch that's located here. And I think my angle is going to be just right once I drop the bed. You can see the Montana right here. Let's back it up and hook it up to the fifth wheel, see how that's going to work. I think this might be, I think I might be onto something here. And again, if I want to change and go back to my main rear view, I don't have a second camera, I don't have a third camera. And there is the backup camera on the back of the fifth wheel. And then channel 1 is the hitch. All right, let's give this a shot and see how it's going to work. Okay, let's see how this is going to work. And I'll probably have to lower the pin again as I come back closer to it. But I am able to oh, look at that. Oh, wow. I can just about zero it in. That's incredible. There we go. Let's lower it just a little bit. I think the only thing left to do is just kiss it. There we go. How easy is that? That step would have taken me at least 5 or 6 tries to line it up. Now I can just watch it and pull it right in. How perfect is that? Now, adding that second camera, you can have up to 4 cameras on the Bike Tango or the BT system, up to 4 different cameras. So I ordered a second camera using a mounting bracket, attached it to my BAKflip, and now I've got a perfect view to where I can hit my pin first time every time without guessing or taking 5 or 6 minutes. What's even better is if it's pouring down rain, I'm not having to jump in and out of the rain to line that pin up. Just those cameras are relatively inexpensive, and it's just a great application of how you can use that camera for, again, a backup for your pin, or you could put one down to where your license plate is if you've got a regular pull behind camper. So there's so many different applications that you can use these auxiliary cameras or secondary cameras on this BT system. Well, I'd like to thank Haloview for providing these cameras today so that we could use them in this evaluation. Look, I've used multiple cameras from Haloview. I have never been disappointed in their performance. Long-term, ease of installation. They're a great company to work with. Go to ilovervlife.com and you can click on the Haloview links that I have in today's blog. I also have a badge on our homepage. And you can also go down into the description of today's YouTube video, and there's a link there to where you can go and look at their systems. And again, if you're wanting to do something special like we did, go to the auxiliary page on the website, and they have all kinds of brackets to meet your specific needs. Well, thanks again for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. I do it for one reason. You got it. It's because I love RV life.